It is the dream of many African nations to feed their own people without depending on foreign imports. But for years, Burkina Faso has struggled with low agricultural productivity, harsh climate conditions, and limited access to modern farming equipment. But today, a significant moment has arrived. On March 11th, 2025, President Ibrahim Traoré, the head of state of Burkina Faso, made a bold and historic move. In an effort to tackle food insecurity and boost agricultural production, he handed over a massive batch of agricultural equipment, worth 13 billion CFA francs to the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal and Fisheries Resources. This was not just another political gesture. It was a clear and practical step towards food sovereignty, ensuring that Burkina Faso can feed itself without relying heavily on imported goods. But can this move really change the game for Burkina Faso's agriculture? Can this massive investment solve the country's long-standing food crisis? And most importantly, will it bring economic independence to thousands of farmers across the nation? Today, we break down everything you need to know about this historic 13 billion CFA investment, the equipment delivered, the potential impact on agriculture, and whether or not this can lead to true food sovereignty for Burkina Faso. Stay tuned, because this is a game-changing story. To understand the significance of this 13 billion CFA investment, we must first understand the current state of agriculture in Burkina Faso. Agriculture is, without a doubt, the backbone of Burkina Faso's economy. According to statistics, over 80% of the population depends on agriculture for their livelihood, and the agricultural sector contributes nearly 40% of the country's GDP. The primary crops grown include millet, sorghum, maize, and groundnuts, feeding millions of people across the country. But here's the problem. Burkina Faso has long struggled with limited access to modern farming equipment, making it extremely difficult for farmers to expand their production capacity. Add to that climate change, water scarcity, and poor infrastructure, and you have a perfect storm preventing the country from achieving food self-sufficiency. But now, President Ibrahim Traoré has decided that enough is enough. His mission? To revolutionize Burkina Faso's agricultural landscape and ensure that the nation can feed itself without relying on foreign imports. And that is where the 13 billion CFA investment comes into play. On March 11th, 2025, at a special handover ceremony in Ouagadougou, President Ibrahim Traoré officially delivered an incredible batch of agricultural machinery to the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal and Fisheries Resources. But what exactly was delivered? Let's break it down. The batch included 10 loaders, heavy-duty machines, used for moving large amounts of soil or agricultural produce, 10 excavators, essential for digging water channels, drainage systems, and irrigation networks, 10 levelers, machines that smooth out and prepare agricultural land for large-scale farming, 33 sheep's foot compactors, used to compact soil, making land suitable for planting, 25 bulldozers, heavy-duty machines for clearing large fields, removing rocks, and preparing land for cultivation, 2 tractors for large-scale plowing, planting, and harvesting, and much more, including fuel tankers, dump trucks, water tanks, concrete mixers, and crane trucks. The total value of this machinery? 13 billion CFA francs. But here's the real question. What will this equipment be used for? And who will benefit from it the most? The machinery will be handed over to 2 major government agencies responsible for rural development in Burkina Faso. The first is ONBA, the National Office of Dams and Hydro-Agricultural Development. ONBA's primary responsibility is developing dams and water management infrastructure to ensure that farmers have consistent access to water throughout the year. This new equipment will significantly boost ONBA's capacity to construct large-scale irrigation systems, build dams, and support water management projects. The second is SONATER, the National Society of Land Development and Rural Equipment. SONATER focuses on land development, mechanization, and rural infrastructure. This means their primary goal is to clear large pieces of land, prepare soil, and support farmers with large-scale farming infrastructure. With access to new bulldozers, excavators, and levelers, SONATER can now develop vast areas of farmland to increase crop production. But there's something even bigger behind this equipment handover. It's part of a much larger plan by President Ibrahim Traoré known as the Presidential Initiative for Agricultural Production and the Agropastoral Offensive, 2023 to 2025. The mission of these two initiatives is clear: increase food production, achieve food self-sufficiency, develop large-scale irrigation systems, promote modern mechanized farming. And with this 13 billion CFA investment, Burkina Faso is now one step closer to making that vision a reality. But here's the big question everyone is asking. Will this 13 billion CFA investment finally solve Burkina Faso's food crisis? The truth is, it won't be easy. The success of this project will depend on how quickly the equipment is deployed, how well the government manages these resources, and how effectively rural farmers are trained to use them. If managed properly, Burkina Faso could witness a massive boost in food production, reduced import dependency, and job creation in rural areas. But if mismanaged, this investment could become another missed opportunity. The future now lies in the hands of the government and the farmers. What we witnessed on March 11, 2025, was not just a simple equipment handover. It was a bold step towards food sovereignty, ensuring that Burkina Faso can finally feed its people. With 13 billion CFA francs worth of equipment, the nation now has a fighting chance to change the future of agriculture forever. But the journey is far from over. The real challenge lies in proper management, training, and scaling up agricultural production. So now we ask you, do you think this 13 billion CFA investment will finally solve Burkina Faso's food crisis? Will President Ibrahim Traoré's vision for food self-sufficiency become a reality? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more updates on Africa's political and economic transformation. This is Brain Media, bringing you the stories that matter. Thank you for watching.